I was clueless, but I had a dream. Growing up in India, I was destined to become an engineer. And what kind of an engineer? Well, let's do computer science and get into Google because they pay good money. So that's what I did. I did not try to get into Google, but I did some things of that sort. I did not take the IIT, so my options were limited to begin with, but I got into a not so known university. No fun. I did not enjoy my life or work, so I focused more on everything but school, which in retrospect is one of the better decisions I have made in life. But along the journey, I heard of this trend where people move to the United States for grad school, and to me that sounded pretty cool. So I applied to a bunch of schools, got rejected from my dream school, but somehow I got into Cornell University. The day I found out I got into an Ivy League school, I was excited to embark on this new part of my life, but then hit the reality. Cornell is fucking expensive. So I took loans for my education, and after a lot of thinking and figuring out that nothing can be figured out if I thought any further, I took a leap of faith and moved to the US for the beginning. The beginning of my life in the United States of America. I landed in Chicago, spent a few days with some family, and finally I arrived in Ithaca, New York. It felt surreal. One of my main reasons of choosing Cornell over Duke, Columbia and other schools I got admits from was Ithaca. I'm not sure how to best put it in words for it to make any sense, but for the first time in my life, I felt home. I was so happy in this beautiful place at this incredible university among best of minds from around the world, but soon I somehow ended up in an emotional lost and found, feeling more lost than found. I was in the best place I had ever been, feeling the worst I had ever felt. I've talked about this before on the channel and I won't bring up that part again. I was in a constant worry of finding an internship, applying to thousands of jobs, getting nothing but rejections. How am I going to pay the loans? What if I don't get a job? What am I even doing here? Where is home? It is but a cyclic chain of negative thoughts, and I know for a fact as an international student, you've had days like this. We all have. Out of the blue, I got an interview invite from Volvo for a summer internship, and that's when everything changed. I spent the summer of 2022 in North Carolina working in the strategic product planning team, wrapped that up, came back to Ithaca for my last semester. A few months before I graduated, Volvo reached out with a full-time offer for a position within the same team, a position that my manager at the time created for me. Thank you, Chuck. I cancelled all my ongoing interviews with other companies because I just knew joining that team at Volvo is the best thing I could have ever asked for at that stage in my career. So I accepted the offer, graduated from Cornell with a master's degree, and spent the snowy December with my girlfriend in New York City. Happy New Year, the journey ahead. Day 1 in North Carolina. I wanted nothing more than to go back to Ithaca. But I just moved here, so let's give it a few days. I live in Greensboro, which some also call Greensboring, and I could not agree more at the time. My job was the only thing that kept me entertained, but I gave it some more days and I found out that it's not that bad. Once I bought a car and drove to wherever, whenever, I started liking living here. My sister visited me, my parents came to the US for the first time and then the second time. I would randomly take part of my days off from work and drive to Pilot Mountain, Boone, Blowing Rock, and I felt home again. It was like I was slowly puzzling the pieces of my life together and things started to make sense. Fast forward to today, June 15, 2024. 15 months into my journey here in the US, I have paid off my loans and I am finally debt free. Here's to new beginnings. This video is kind of a reminder to myself and maybe some words of motivation for a few of you. Things will work out. Whatever goals you have, you will get there. Just keep at it, work hard, and embrace the ups and downs. You don't have to love the process, hate it. It is never about you being happy on a daily basis, but waking up every single day with pride and going to bed knowing that today you did the right thing for yourself. That's all it's about, right? Stars will align as long as you do your part consistently. You got this. I'll see you in the next one.